This is Dr. James, and if you like these videos, please like, share, follow. This helps us out and helps get more people to be where they can see this sort of educational content about parenting. Today, what we're going to talk about is what happens when your baby stops eating through the night, when they start dropping these nighttime feedings. Does that need to change anything that you do? And the answer to that is usually not really, as far as anything you do. What will naturally happen is when the babies drop these nighttime feedings, they just drink more during the day, not more often, just more. So, they may have been drinking 3 to 4 ounces each feed. And as they get where they don't eat during the night, they may jump up to 6. They may not, but that's not something that you have to make them eat more. You just need to offer them enough so that when they want it, they can have it. Same thing happens with breastfeeding. There's not anything you do different, but your body changes. As your body figures out, there's an interaction between you and the baby. And as the baby's more hungry and eats more vigorously, you produce more milk. So naturally, this just happens, usually. Now, can there be issues? Sure. If your baby starts falling off the curve, if they're not growing in weight, height, or head circumference, and the way that they're supposed to, and that's what your doctor should be looking at when they go in for those well visits. If that doesn't happen, then we have a problem, and then we may make some intervention. But for 95% of the babies, this is just going to happen naturally. And so you make sure that you're offering enough, and when they need it, they'll eat it. And if they don't need it, they won't. And as long as they're happy and healthy and growing and thriving, then what they're eating is enough. There's not a specific amount that you need to be pushing toward unless we have a problem. If you have specific problems. If we have a diabetic child, of course, they need to eat in certain things and they need to eat at certain frequencies, and it's very structured. If you have a baby that's a preemie baby that isn't growing the way it's supposed to, then we may have goals and that we're pushing toward those goals. If you have a baby with a problem eating, again, we may have goals that we're pushing toward, or failure to thrive. There's lots of problems that could be issues that as a medical professional, we set goals for you. But for your normal, run-of-the-mill baby, there's just a huge range of normal. They don't fit in a box. But what they're pretty good is knowing how much they need. And you just need to offer enough. What is that enough? What's different? Every baby. And so you have to explore your baby. You have to try different things. You offer it and you let them eat it. If they act like they want more, give them more. If they push away and don't want what you gave them, well, they've already had enough. Same thing happens when they start eating solid foods and they add other things to their diet. When adding milk, you give them enough. It's very rarely that we have to think about this. For most babies, they just do it on their own. It's only when there's a problem that we start putting specifics on how much they should eat at each time.